Hello, everyone, and thank you for your patience. Thank you for joining the So Brilliant live call for some relaxation and healing. The funny thing is, I'm very relaxed considering what just happened. I'm going to just switch over here. All right, great. All right. So we had a little bit of a hiccup. I had a slight update to make about my OBS, and we're good to go. So I've already started sending out that loving energy for all of us that could use it. Yeah, just reading the chats. Yes, I'm here. So perhaps we will um, get into what I was going to actually talk about today was patience, but not patience over a laptop, more so about patience about people around us who might be acting a little bit erratic. So interestingly, there's a lot going on. And there's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot going on energetically. There's a lot going on with personal healing. There's a lot going on with people around us and relationships and all that exciting, fun stuff. And some of us will say, okay, I've had enough, pretty exhausted, I'm done. But we're in the middle of it, and it's something that we have to go through. Although I do believe we are in an upward positive shift in 2024 and beyond, but with that comes a lot of uncertainty and changes. So, how do we get through this? Deep breaths, reconnection, meditation. I deal with a lot of people who say, I'm using my toolbox, I'm using everything I can to stay stable. And, they're doing a great job. I mean, sometimes, yeah, we all can have these little moments where we, feel shaky, and sometimes we feel unshakable, and then we feel inspired, and sometimes we feel defeated. And I'm seeing it in all different age groups, in all different people. But the neat thing is, as we're going through our own healing journeys, we might be kind of brought into situations where someone's trying to engage us in a way that's perhaps negative or aggressive, and they're trying to bring you into some turmoil or arguments. And it could be between a mother and daughter, it could be between a husband and wife, a child, it could be between an ex-friend or perhaps an ex-spouse. There's a lot of different relationships out there that are challenging. And when we're not feeling ourselves, and there someone might be coming at us when we need time to for ourselves to reconnect and kind of get stable again, and they keep kind of pulling you into an argument, what can you do? In some cases, someone may show up at your doorstep, someone may continually text you or send you emails or call you demanding an answer. We might not be ready to talk. We may not be ready to be engaged. We might know that something's off with that person, or there's a possibly something that could blow up and come out of proportion. So we, in our awareness, because we're the ones working on ourselves, right? So a lot of us on these calls are people who are really more aware. We're working on ourselves. We're understanding more what's happening in this universe, in this ascension process, in these uncertain times than the average person. With that, with that knowing, with that intelligence, with that information, we can kind of put a halt to those interactions that might want to drag us into a uncomfortable place, or a place that may drop our vibration, or perhaps really not be something that's going to be helpful. So what can you do? Joining a call like this sounds like a great idea for those of you joining, and you can also tell your friends, because these calls are for everyone. A lot of people do not quite understand what these calls are about, or they don't understand energy work, or how could energy work possibly happen through a video conference like this. It's because energy work doesn't deal with time or space, so there's no limitations. So that's why it works, and that's why the energy is flowing, and that's how we all can get a beautiful healing. But we also can use things like meditation, self talk, affirmations. It's knowing when to take that pause, knowing to say, you know what, I'm not going to engage in what's happening right now because I may not know all the details, or I know the details and I know where this is going to go. And I know this person's going through something, and I'm just going to let them simmer down before I engage in this. Some people really want us to lose our poise, and they want us to get drawn into the drama. But we don't have to get drawn into any drama. We have the ability to take that deep breath, reconnect to our divinity, and say, you know, I'm not playing this game today. And put a pause on it. Don't respond. And you're not responding to, cause, the person to be angry. And what you can do, and this is what I do, when I have an aggressor coming at me, I'll take a deep breath. I'll do my things to calm myself down. But I then will send out some positive energy to calm that person down. And some people say, well, why invest the energy to calm someone down that's trying to cause you strife? Well, the thing is, that person can be hurting. There's a lot of people who don't understand this universal energy that are being bombarded by their own darkness that's flaring up. There's a lot of us that are healing, and as we're healing, we kind of know what's going on and it's uncomfortable. Can you imagine those people that are not awakened, they don't understand what's going on, and they're being bombarded by this energy that's kind of forcing to open their hearts, but they're fighting against it? That can cause them to be aggressive, that can cause them to be angry, that can cause them to be frustrated. Sometimes they don't even make sense when they're talking, or they can be positive and negative, or yelling and screaming and nice, and they might not even remember. And I'm sure a lot of you know people like that in your life. We can label them what we can. Like sometimes they'll say, well, they're bipolar, or they're this. What is bipolar? It's someone who can be very, very nice and charismatic to very, very angry and flip back and forth. And with these universal energies, it's like can be more dramatic. So you can high, low, high, low, high, low. And if you're someone on the receiving end, it's like, oh my gosh, like take a deep breath, reconnect with yourself, ask your guides for some information on what's going on, but then you feel it in your body. Because sometimes, even though you're getting messages, you might not feel comfortable with what you're getting, or you're not really hearing clearly. Then feel what your body feels like, right? So, how's my body feeling in this situation? Is this something I should respond to? Is this something I should take a pause and relax? Sometimes when I take a long enough pause, what I find is that the issue resolves itself on its own. For instance, I'll just give you one. Someone's calling you, wanting an answer, and you just kind of let it go. I'm not ignoring, I'm just pausing because that person's going through something. Well, you kind of do something like relaxing, saying the person, imagine the person calmer. You can do ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, and thank you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, and just say that, thinking of the person, thinking about your feelings. All of a sudden, the person's doing blah, 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 blah. All of a sudden, you just get, like, hours later, it's resolved. Hey, sorry about that. Or, oh, what, I figured it out. Or it's like all of a sudden it just resolves itself. And you didn't even have to jump into the drama. And you didn't have to lower your vibration or lose that connection with yourself. So in these times, there's a lot going on. We had the full moon, we have the eclipse coming in. There's a lot of energies, and a lot of, if you're someone who watches YouTube, you're seeing alert, watch out, this is coming, things we didn't know, we were lied to. All this stuff's coming out, and it's confusing, and it can cause people to feel uncomfortable. Choose what you listen to, feel if it feels good to you. I think the key to anything that I listen to is, does it make me feel good in the end? Does it make me feel like I, I have the power to choose what they're listening to? Are they demanding I do something? They should never demand. They give you information, you take it in and you do what you want. You must do this in the next 24 hours, or you must do this. There's nothing you must do. Do what's good for you. Your heart intelligence knows what that is. My suggestion is always go within to see what is right from you. See how you feel, whether it's how your body feels. And for those of you who are sensitive with your body, is your body relaxed? Does it feel good when you're hearing the information? Or are you tense? Do you feel anxious inside? You'll kind of start to be a little more discerning or a little more prudent, because there's so much information coming to us in this world right now. And it's beautiful that we can connect and get all this information, but then in some ways it can be very distracting if you're watching too much of it. It can be hurtful to your own energy fields. It can be confusing. It can cause fear and worry. Or you have someone who's watching so much and they're coming and telling you all this stuff. It's like, you know what? Don't answer the phone if you have those people that call you to freak you out, or did you hear about this, or oh, you can't do this, or you shouldn't do this. Go within. Go within. The answers are within. There's going to be stuff happening all around us all the time for the next little while. But we're going to get through it, because when you say yes to the love of God, when you say yes to divinity within you, when you say yes to the love and light on this planet, it is going to protect you and move you forward. But you want to keep that connection open. How do you keep that connection open? Staying in calmness, keeping your vibration high, your outlook positive. How do you do that when you're seeing all this stuff? Kind of just go down to the basics. If you're feeling fear, sit quietly and ask the love of God or Archangel Michael or an angel or your guides or whatever you can call it, your loved ones that passed away, whatever works. Ask them to bring calmness over you. Ask them to dissolve negative thoughts or false things and bring in clarity. That clarity can then open up so many avenues, because when you're clear, when you're calm, when you're reconnected, all of a sudden everything just flows and you can see things for what they are. But if you get pulled into drama and you lose your footing, all of a sudden you can have like a whole day gone and you don't even know what happened in that day because you lost your connection. Connection is key. And for a lot of you, you guys are the ones in the household that are the ones holding the light. And it seems like a very big job when you're the one holding the light, when you're going through your own healing journey. You're like, all right, I'm the one that's going to hold this household together. I'm going to be the one that holds this together. And we put a lot of pressure on ourselves. I'm going to be the one that holds this together or this together. But so give your time, that time for you to reconnect and find out like what makes you feel good. Watch something funny on TV. If you're watching TV, watch something funny. You get to choose. The neat thing is nobody can take away your thoughts, right? Nobody can take away what your mind's doing. You have control of that. Yes, we can get interference coming in when we're in a lower vibration or we're not paying attention. But when you reconnect to who you truly are, you're able to think the thoughts that you want. You're able to watch the media you want to. I mean, there's social media and it can be great, but it can also be on the totally opposite side of great. So if you're one of those that are just using that to escape, ask yourself, why am I using social media to escape? What are you escaping from? Perhaps limit that time, put it away, and read a book. Sit quietly and stare at a wall. How many of you just sit and stare at a wall? I love staring at a wall because it's just finally there's nothing coming in. I'm just relaxing with me. And then start to hear that internal voice. Start to hear that breath of yours, the sound of your heart really connect to you. Perhaps it's sitting outside and watching the trees. Perhaps it's watching birds. Whatever it is, whatever brings you that peace of mind. But, I know the phone is something that's big. I use it for work, so I'm on it. And sometimes I may go, someone send me a link, I'll look at it, and then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, I just spent 5 minutes looking at something else that came up. And then I actively put the phone away. I said, no, I'm not doing that. Because we can be drawn in and we're being bombarded, bombarded. This is my energy field. This is my mind. These are my thoughts. I control what goes into that, nobody else. So take that active step to monitor what you're feeding yourself, especially in this time when there's a lot of information out there. Not all of it is credible. And how do we know it's not credible? We may not be sure, but go to that heart intelligence. Ask yourself, is this is this right for me? Is this true to me? There are universal truths that never, never change. And then there are truths that are not forever truths, right? For instance, there's just simple things like, right now, oh, I love pizza. Well, that's a truth then, but that's something that changes. But a universal truth is the basics of humanity and our soul. And those are things that will never change. The love of God will never change. The Christ consciousness that is coming through humanity now will not change. The love that these beings of light and God the Creator and all that will never change. It is for everyone on this planet, right? We're all included in it. No one is left outside of it. So we don't want to judge others, because if we judge one person, we're judging, we're leaving someone out of divinity. So we want to bring everything in all inclusive. So you want to really connect to yourself so you can be that light for everyone on the planet. It's really quite neat. There's so much to say nowadays, but I think the bottom line is that I'm getting today is take the time to pause. Even when you're in those conversations and you need a minute to really listen to that person talking instead of formulating an answer. Now, some people will look at you odd when you pause. And they're like, what's wrong with this person? Why are they talking? You can just say, I'm formulating my answer, or I'm really thinking about what you said before I respond. They might look at you odd, thinking, well, that's an odd thing to say, because not many people do that. Most people just jump in and overwrite what the person's saying, or not even listening, right? We're just formulating. And sometimes I can feel my body getting engaged in a conversation. It wants to jump in, and I'm like, okay, take a deep breath, listen, listen, listen. And then the person looks at you for a while like, aren't you going to say something? Sometimes just sitting with a person in silence is quite nice, but it can be uncomfortable if you're someone like me that likes to talk. I just always assume I have to keep the conversation going. But lately I'm learning just to be quiet, and the stillness has so much power in it. So we're going to get into the healing call. I feel like this energy is very, very strong today. And I say that every week. So if you're new to this group meditation call, the energies that come through are just pure love and light. They're intense. And sometimes the energies, there's always this basic energy that's there. But then sometimes we have this new energy kind of flooding in that's like, whoa. And I can have tears in my eyes from it because the intensity of it coming in is so great. So I'm not sure what I'm going to be expecting today. But what I can expect is it's always loving, it's always healing, and it always knows what you need. So everyone, although we are in this together, we're all in our own, you can call it a bubble of protection, or your own octahedron. We're all individual, although we're all in this together. So it's almost like you have your own personal beings of light that come to you and work with your higher self. Whenever we do healings, I'm not doing the healing. These beautiful beings of light come through, and they work with your higher self and meet you where you need to be met. They work with your higher self as the lead, because we're all in different places. And that's why some people will get huge shifts during a call of like this, and some people will have a more gradual, slight one. There's no right or wrong. There are some people that say they can't even handle the intensity of these calls. What I say to those people is stick it through. What happens with a lot of people as the energy starts coming through, they start to feel maybe a bit agitated, anxious. And they assume, oh no, this energy is too strong for me, I can't do it. That what that feeling is we all have light and dark. We're human, and that's what we're healing. The darkness or the heavy energy or the negative energy that you're going to release in this healing call actually has its own consciousness, and it does not want to leave. It doesn't want to leave you. It likes causing the havoc that it's doing to you. But it's going to leave if you can stick it out. What happens is, just imagine beings of light work with your higher self to remove this very gently, this dense energy. Once it leaves the earth plane, you have this beautiful light coming in. So that anxiety that you're feeling is just the negative energy leaving your system. But then you have this beautiful light coming in that brings calmness, healing, clarity, reconnection. And then you'll have this peace come over you. And you're going to feel much lighter and more reconnected with you. It's almost like the interference in your fields been moved out, released, so you can be more who you truly are. We're not making you better. What we're doing is releasing the resistance, dissolving it, transmuting it out of your system so your authentic self can shine through. And the more of you shine through, the higher your light quotient increases. And what happens is you're holding the light on this planet for those who can't. And the dark energy on this planet does not like that, because the more light that's being held actually dissolves darkness, giving a more light to the planet, which is causing more positivity, which is causing more healing, which takes away the powers of the dark side. So when we have negative thoughts, we're kind of feeding the dark side. When we're positive and happy, we're adding more light. So what we're going to do is get into the healing call. Know that you're safe, you're protected, get comfortable. Either you can lie down or sit down. Keep your eyes open, keep them closed. If my music or my sound, like me talking, bothers you, just turn off the volume. You do not have to listen to me talk. The energy's flowing through regardless. And even if I'm saying, okay, now send an intention to a family member or someone you care about, and you're not really missing that, because your higher self knows what's happening, and all that will be done without you verbalizing it or you being there mentally. A lot of healing happens at a level that is not you and I at the personality level. What we're doing is we're giving that permission. I'm ready to heal. Let it go. And you're kind of getting out of the way, allowing your higher self to take over. And your higher self is this broader you that knows everything, knows where you've been, knows where you're going, knows what you need. And it works with these beings of light to get you to that next step. And we heal layer by layer. So we want to be patient with yourself. We want to be patient, patient, patient. Just as we are being patient with others, we want to be patient with ourselves. So I'm going to get the music going. I'm just going to read through the chat quickly, make sure I didn't miss anything. Thank you for your patience with the little late start today. I'm saying hello to everyone. Okay, a lot of great people on here as always. All right. Perfect. All right. All right, I'm going to play the music. One moment. Let's get the volume ready. Here we go. This is my favorite part, although I do love talking. I do love this part because right when I put on this, it's like we shift into a stronger energy. It's like, whoa, and I get this. Today I have this internal heat, and it's not a hot flash. Males are getting that as well. It is the universal energy really activating our light codes. Our abilities are getting stronger. Some people, the abilities are opening up for the very first time. It's a really cool time. Please let me know that how the music is. Oh, I'm just looking at the last few. I look radiant today. Ooh, thank you so much. And that was actually after installing a driver. And I didn't even know what I was doing, but it just kind of like worked. So I just said, all right, help me. And it did it. Here we are. Music's perfect. We're ready to go. I'm just going to drink some water. And I'm excited. All right, everyone. You can either, again, close your eyes. The one thing that I do want you to do is give permission. I give myself permission to heal. You can heal in all ways, emotionally, physically, mentally. This is the time for you. Let all your worries flow out. They're not needed. They're not needed. And we're going to focus on that connection to these loving beings that love you so much. You're going to allow deep breaths. And these deep breaths are going to really be taking in that air and pulling it really deep in and then letting it all out. And do it at your own pace. I'm not going to tell you how to breathe. I don't think there's one way that's the right way. The right way is what works for you to get into a nice, relaxed state. And as you're allowing these deep breaths, you want to move your body to release any tension, get comfortable. Some of you right now might start feeling dizzy already because the intensity of the energy just magnified right now. We do a lot in these healing calls. Just in general, what's happening is you're being infused by intelligent healing energy that knows exactly what you need, is being guided by your higher self. And when that happens and you get these surges of beautiful energy come through, they're balancing your chakra system and cleansing your chakras and rebalancing them, and your auric field and biofield are being cleared of any negativity. Your meridian systems are very powerful systems in your body that are being unknotted. Just kind of make sure they're moving very, very powerfully, just with no restrictions. And we always ask for a connection to your higher self that's nice and clear, and a beautiful connection to your guides, the beautiful God energy. And you almost can feel the waves of light and energy coming through your body. But for those who cannot feel, it's working just the same. Sometimes our sensitivity is not there, and that's completely okay. And some people will say, but I felt it once and I love the feeling. I get it. But even if you're not feeling it, just know you're being surrounded by this love, this powerful energy that loves you so much. A healing energy. And I know a lot of people see purple and greens and blues. And some people feel tingling in waves. And some people have already just gone. They're either sleeping or in a meditative state and no longer hear what I'm saying. And that's completely okay, because it's the energy that's going to do the work. Wow, I can already feel the calmness coming over a lot of you. And if you're still feeling that bit of anxiety that brewed up, not to worry at all. Slowly gonna dissipate. And if you're having old memories come up, just allow them to pass. You don't have to spend too much time on them. Acknowledge them. Say, I'm ready to let you go. During these calls, we are doing a lot of different types of healing. There are healing of soul fragments, moments of time where we were hurt physically or mentally or emotionally that kind of we get stuck in. We're going to send those aspects of us lots of love. And if they're ready to heal, that would be such a blessing today. But of course, healing happens in divine timing. So if you have a special request for yourself and you want to tell your guides, I'm really ready to let this go, go right ahead. Say it now. And if it's in your highest best, it will be done. But sometimes there's learning lessons and experiences we still need to go through, and that's a-okay. Allowing those deep breaths. You're just going to take a moment here to relax in the energy. You might be floating in the stars. You can imagine yourself in your safe place, being loved, secure and safe. And if you have any physical pain right now, you can breathe in this beautiful energy and direct it to any part of your body that might be hurting. We're asking these waves of light to penetrate every cell of your body, promoting healing. Reducing any discomfort or pain you might be feeling. You can imagine it just being pulled out of your system. We're going to ask your innate smart system, and you have the ability to heal. We all do. If you ask your innate smart system, your immune system, your Merkaba, say, listen, I'm activating. It's already always working, but we want to bring that percentage of it to its higher efficiency. It's almost like turning up the dial. We're getting rid of resistance, so all this natural healing power of yours is kicking into gear. And then you want to trust it. You want to trust your body. You want to trust it knows exactly what you need to do or what needs to be done. And I want you to imagine yourself running through a field, carefree, laughing and playing like you did or maybe saw someone do. Imagine how that would feel if your body worked so perfectly, so healthy. That joy running through your body. I want you to see yourself in that perfect physical state and know you can be there. I can heal. I am healing. I am giving permission. I am accepting this energy of healing. I may not understand it, but I sure say yes to it. You can almost feel you're being wrapped in this beautiful healing energy from head to toe. As this energy is making this beautiful, almost like a glow around your body. It's wrapping yourself in this beautiful, loving, glowing energy. It's bringing peace and calmness, and your pains are melting away, and any emotional stress is peeling away, dissolving. You're feeling happiness in your heart. It's such a beautiful feeling. You just want to anchor it. You can just allow deep breaths to anchor in this feeling. And as your healing is continuing, we're going to ask this beautiful, powerful energy to start weaving through your home. And as it's weaving through your home, it's replacing any dense energy with the love of God. You're feeling your house or your home, every floor, every room vibrating higher. It's feeling warmer and lighter as that dense energy is replaced. And that's going to continue. And as this beautiful energy is weaving through your home, is being made available to everyone in your home, including the pets and the plants, and even the structure of your home. Now, as we always say, we can't force this energy, but we can definitely make it available. Now, if you have any pets in the home, they're probably at this time either curled up beside you, relaxed, allowing that energy. And we're going to continue with your personal healing. If there's anyone at this time that you might be concerned about or worried about, we want to drop the worry, obviously, and we want to imagine them in perfect health and happiness. But you can ask that this energy be made available to them at this time. You can ask, may they accept it? But of course, it's not up to us, but we can definitely send that intention out. And for those people we're concerned about, imagine them being healthy and happy. Push them into a state of happiness with your positivity, with your goodwill, with your prayers and your beautiful intentions of healing for them. And if you're having any old memories or emotions at this time, just allow them to flow. Sometimes when we have tears, we might want to fight them, but just let them pour out. It's breaking resistance, it's healing, it's allowing for negative beliefs to be broken. We say that you're loved, and you're magnificent, and you're brilliant. And that might break a resistance, some negative belief that says, no, I'm not. But yes, you are. You are love and you are loved. You are important. And now you can continue just making a list of anybody you want this energy to go to. It's very intense right now. We're anchoring in this beautiful energy. A lot of us might be feeling that intensity. It's very intense right now. Just breathing through it, allowing it. Whatever needs to be done is being taken care of at this time. We're asking any post-traumatic stress, any nervous systems that are unheightened, just to come down and get relaxed and calm. Allowing deep rest to calm your system down. Bringing in this beautiful peace and reconnection to who you are. Allowing anxieties and worries to dissipate, being replaced with inspiration and excitement and a knowing that where you are is perfect and evolving. And as this beautiful healing's continuing, we're now going to ask these beautiful beings of light to create this beautiful beam, so intense, of healing light. And although our healings will continue in our loved ones and our homes, this beam of light is going to start encompassing all of Mother Earth and everything on it. That's all the landscapes, people, animals, plants, water, air. You can imagine every water molecule on this earth, every molecule of air, every cell of everybody's bodies, all the cells of plants and animals just beaming with beautiful light. You can imagine this beautiful beam of light weaving through, encompassing, surrounding, however you want to imagine it. You can imagine it all happening at once. You can imagine it from one landmass to the next, jumping from one human to the next. But it's all encompassing, and everybody and everything is included. Nothing is left out, because everything is part of this divine creation. It is being sent to the darkest places on earth and the lightest places on earth. And in its path, the darkness is dissolving. And if there's anything in your hearts that make you sad, that maybe images you've seen, imagine this light illuminating those places, those events. It's such a powerful thing to do in these times where there are many people on this planet that cannot do this because they're just struggling to meet their basic survival needs. And we are blessed to come together to hold the light for those who can't. Bringing every person on this planet hope, that knowing that they are loved, that they deserve all the love and peace. We all do. It is our birthright. And that is what is starting to happen on planet Earth. Although it seems uncertain sometimes, this energy, this new energy, is penetrating deep within all the cells of humanity. And it's for us to say yes to it, because that is our free will. It is our personal choice. I say yes to the ascension process. I say yes to the love. I say yes to the human souls on this planet. May they see their magnificence and brilliance, their uniqueness, their power. May they feel loved and important and cared for. You can almost feel this wave moving up and down your body. You can almost see this bright light illuminating your body and all of planet Earth. We're all connected. We're all one. And as Mother Earth heals, we heal. And as we heal, Mother Earth heals. And the more hearts that open, the more light on this planet. And then more hearts will open and there'll be more light on this planet. You can just see that a smile, a kind gesture goes a long way. May your hearts open. May they feel that love of God. May you know your magnificence. And this light now continues to move through Mother Earth and everyone and everything on it. But we're now asking for it to go into the universe, our Milky Way, the galaxy, the multiverse. And just imagine this beautiful, intense energy just moving through space, sending love to everything it meets, including these beings of light, including these beings that are helping us through this time. And imagine any excess energy coming back to you, amplifying your healing. Who's ready for a miracle moment today? Who's ready for a miracle cure? A cleansing, a pattern change, releasing. Go ahead and ask for it. And allow this beautiful, intense energy that loves you so much to do what it can for you today. Anchoring in that light with those deep breaths. You are a magnificent being. You're a love beyond measure. And even though this call, this meditation is coming to an end, the energy does not stop. It's going to be with you for days to come. So continue to give it permission. Drink lots of water. And baste in that energy and bring that clarity, that peaceful feeling to you anytime you need it. Remember to take those pauses where needed. Keep your poise. Keep your vibration as high as possible. Shine that light, dear one, because the world needs your light. For those of you who want to stay in the meditation, you can just simply hang up, based in that beautiful energy. And for those of you who are ready to come back, you can start to wiggle your toes and your fingers and move your neck and whatever part of your body you're ready to move. Bringing yourself back. Taking those deep breaths. Anchoring yourself back into your body. That was a hard one to come back from. Very beautiful energy. Now that I know that energy is going to stay with you, you may want to drink some water. In a moment, I'm going to use the singing bowl. For those of you who like it, you can stay on the call. And for those of you who find it too intense, you can just simply hang up the call at any time you wish. I want to thank everyone for coming today. That was extremely intense. I'm glad we were able to have the call today. Although my computer gave me a little bit of a glitch, we're here, we did it, and it was extremely intense. So thank you for your patience. And I thank all the beings of light that helped with us today, because that was just beautiful. When I use the singing bowl, it'll help process any emotions. Also, kind of brings us back more into our body and also does a lot of other healing things. It may not sound perfectly, but even though it doesn't sound perfectly, the intention is there and it's doing what it needs to do. So I'm just going to pull that out in just a second. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to turn on the volume a bit. Beautiful. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. For those of you who are very sensitive to the energy and end up either burping all night or up all night, you can ask your guides to allow the processing to happen while you sleep and then trust that they do it. The more you believe, the more things happen. And sometimes that belief takes time to kind of practice, and that's okay. Just like those protection bubbles. You know, people say, well, when you put it on me, I can feel it. But when I do it, I don't feel it. It's just that they don't trust themselves. And once you believe you can do it, then those bubbles can be as strong as the ones I create. So it's all about practicing and believing. It's really about believing, trusting, and knowing. So know, trust, and believe this energy is infused in your body today. It's healing you in any way you need it. And may you wake up in the morning feeling fabulous. May you all sleep well. And if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email or connect with me somehow. All right, everyone, have a blessed night, sweet dreams. And again, thank you, because today the world is brighter.